Hanging from a barrage balloon, I had an invisible spaceship. I never stood a chance.
Okay.
Hey, look, she like that. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel. You already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, Doctor Who. Man, I feel like we're almost to Who. You know, I feel like we're just right at the final 100 meters. You know, and it's mainly because we're on episode. What are we on? Episode 10. Wow, it has been.
Is it 10 or 11?
We are on 10. The Doctor dances.
10. Oh wow.
Yes. Hey, listen, if this is your first time watching with us, don't worry. There's a link in the description that you can watch episodes 1 through 9 super quick. And make sure you stay to the very end because me and Rekkai are going to be chopping it up, going over a bit of the things we love and ask some questions of where we are so far. It's always going to be tons of fun. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Oh, I've got you. You're fine.
Hello.
Hello? Jack Harkness. I've been hearing all about you on the way over.
Jack.
I was conning you. That's what I am. I'm a con man.
Mommy.
It's just weird and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your room.
Go to your room.
Is that really going to work?
I'm gonna cock the head.
Go to your room.
Well, I'll be
See what
damned.
happens when you say it with your chest? You say it with your chest.
I'm really glad that worked.
Yeah.
Would have been terrible last words.
Facts.
Why are they all wearing gas masks?
They're not. Those masks are flesh and bone.
That's crazy.
He never gets to see what he's paid for. Never knows he's been had. I buy him a drink with his own money and we discuss dumb luck. The perfect self-cleaning con.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, they're not going to get along at all, huh?
Pays nice if you want to make a vacation of it, though, but you got to set your alarm for volcano day.
He's like, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening here, but believe me, I had nothing to do with it.
I'll tell you what's happening. You forgot to set your alarm clock. It's volcano day.
Oh. Oh, maybe it's not just skin and bone.
No, that's the little boy from the backyard.
Ah. Oh, you ain't gonna cost me with a teapot.
You been to the factories?
Once.
Well, they're gone now, destroyed. Main reactor went critical, vaporized the lot.
Like I said, once.
That was kind of like a, yeah, I did that
Yeah.
maybe.
He's like, yeah, I blew it up. That was me.
Do you know where you are?
Are you my mummy?
Are you aware of what's around you? Can you see?
Were they experimenting on him?
I pay for the food on this table. The sweat on my brow, that food is. The sweat on my brow.
Sweat on your chin, my guy.
He got the.
Half this street thinks your missus must be messing about with Mr. Averstock, the butcher. And I'd like to use your bathroom before I leave, please. Oh, look. There's the sweat on your brow.
Mm.
Coming out of the walls, can you feel it?
Mummy.
Funny little human brains. How do you get around in those things?
What's that noise?
End of the tape. It ran out about 30 seconds ago.
I'm here now.
But it's still going.
Okay. And my signal, make for the door.
Mummy?
No!
Mummy!
No! Don't drop the banana! Why not? Good source of potassium!
It's a good source of potassium.
So from the groves of Villengard, thought it was appropriate.
There's really a banana grove in the heart of Villengard, and you did that.
Bananas are good.
Oh. No, kid hulking out, ain't he?
A sonic cannon, and a triple enfolded sonic disruptor. Doc, what you got?
I've got a Sonic... Oh, never mind. What? It's Sonic. Okay, let's leave it at that.
Something busts through the wall like the Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude,
Lights.
who looks at a screwdriver and thinks, ooh, this could be a little more sonic?
What, you never been bored?
Mummy.
Oh.
Door.
Out of the fire and into the fire. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
It's so loud.
I was gonna send for another one, but somebody's gotta blow up the factory.
Oh, I know. First day I met him, he blew my job up. That's practically how we communicate.
Window.
Barge, sheer drop outside, 7 stories.
And no other exits.
Well, the assets conversation went in a flash, didn't it?
Oh, he's a smart ass.
Hanging from a barrage balloon, I had an invisible spaceship. I never stood a chance.
Okay.
Hey, look, she like that.
Yeah. Jack just disappeared.
Whoa. That's the thing he does?
Found the whole thing in the junk. Thinks he can write now.
Writing a letter to me dad.
You don't even know where your dad is. And how are you going to send it?
I don't know, stick it in an envelope.
You can't.
The bomb site. The one at the railway station.
Why?
The child. That's where he was killed. That's where it all started.
Okay.
How?
He'll get you. Then he'll come for us. He always comes for us.
No. Ernie, he doesn't. He always
Coming
comes
for
after
me.
me.
Oh.
Jim is sitting there right next to you.
Who's typing?
So who's typing?
Oh, we body snatching.
What's she gonna say? Mommy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you my mommy. She taking that in stride. She like, yeah, you know, folks disappear.
Okay, so he's vanished into thin air. Why is it always the great-looking ones who do that?
I'm making an effort not to be insulted.
I mean,
Right. Right.
Now there's a coincidence.
What is?
The child can on-com too.
who can?
Anything with a speaker grill. Even the Tardis phone.
What, you mean the child can phone him?
Remember this one, Rose?
Yeah, look at the doc. What was y'all doing?
Our song.
Huh? Right.
What, are you telling me you do dance?
900 years old, me. I've been around a bit. I think you can assume at some point I've danced. Barrage balloon.
What?
What he say?
You were hanging from a barrage balloon.
Oh, yeah. But
Come on, doc. I need you to stay on point, man.
above London, middle of a German air raid, Union Jack all over my chest.
I've travelled with a lot of people, but you're setting new records for Jeopardy friendly. Hanging from a rope, thousands of feet above London. Not a cut, not a bruise.
Yeah, I know. Captain Jack fixed me up.
Oh, we're calling him Captain Jack now, are we?
Ah, he a little jealous.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really a captain, Rose.
Do you know what I think?
You
I
jealous,
think
bro?
you're experiencing Captain envy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody takes my frock. Most people notice when they've been teleported. You guys are so sweet. Only this one is dangerous.
What was that?
Burnt my hand on the console when we landed. All better now. They activate when the bulkhead's sealed. Check you out for damage, fix any physical flaws.
That's pretty cool.
Your friend over there doesn't trust me. And for all I know, he's right not to. Okay, we're good to go.
He doesn't even know if he's a bad guy. That's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I can handle it.
I've gotten to know Algie quite well since I've been in town. Trust me, you're not his type. I'll distract him.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Told you, Captain Jack
Relax,
is
he's a
what
51st century guy. He's just a bit more flexible when it comes to dancing.
Very.
By his time, you lot spread out across half the galaxy.
Meaning?
So many species, so little time.
That's our mission. We seek new life and
Pork it.
Yeah.
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 Get your
He's
Captain
the
Kirk on.
ultimate Captain Kirk.
There are people running around with gas mask heads calling for their mummies, and the sky's full of Germans dropping bombs on me. Tell me, do you think there's anything left I couldn't believe?
She does have a point.
I believe ya. Believe anything, me. What future?
Nancy, this isn't the end. I know how it looks. It's not the end of the world or anything.
How can you say that?
Because I'm from the future.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone I told you so. But you know what? You win.
We win.
Come on.
She's like, girl, stop.
Yeah. I wonder if that breaks the timeline, though.
What do you expect in a Chula medical transporter? Bandages? Cough drops?
Probably the air is probably bad.
And they brought him back to life. They can do that.
What's life? Life's easy. A quirk of matter, nature's way of keeping meat fresh.
It's one way to put it.
It's assault.
The entire human race is going to be torn down and rebuilt in the form of one terrified child looking for its mother, and nothing in the world can stop it.
I didn't know.
It's not a good enough excuse, my guy.
Yeah, he's like, my bad.
Yeah. You was out here trying to get paid. Doctor?
Looking for his mummy. And now there's an army of them.
Oh, they're gonna tear through that little.
Good little soldiers, waiting for their commander.
The child.
Jamie.
What?
Not the child. Jamie.
Hello, brother.
What's the matter, Captain? Bit close to the volcano for you?
He's just a little boy.
There isn't a little boy born who wouldn't tear the world apart to save his mummy.
Yeah.
Mummy. Mummy.
Mummy.
She's controlling.
Yeah.
Nancy, what age are you? 20? 21? Older.
Jamie's not her little brother.
It's his mommy. Yeah.
That bomb. We've got seconds.
You can teleport us out.
Not you guys.
She's not a
Nav
child.
comes back online.
She's a young mother.
Jack.
He's like, I'm out. Oh, the doc tried to tell you.
Teenage single mother in 1941. So you hid. You lied. You even lied to him.
Mummy.
Are you my mummy?
Just say
Keep
yeah.
asking, Nancy.
I'm here.
Are you my mummy?
I'm here.
She gonna touch him?
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I am so sorry.
Oh, love is gonna make it complete.
Recognizing the same DNA.
And she don't have a gas mask, so apparently he's not supposed to look like that.
If it ain't bone.
Give me this one.
Hey, it's not. It's rubber. Congratulations, little kid. You made it.
The nanogenes recognized the superior information, the parent DNA. They didn't change you because you changed them.
So now the other shouldn't have the information, right, and be demasked. Okay, Jack just abandoned him.
Doctor!
Oh, word, really? Dr. Strangelove?
Change your plan. Don't need the bomb. Can you get rid of it safely as you can?
Rose!
Yeah?
Goodbye!
Everybody lives, Rose. Just this once. Everybody lives.
Hey, so what happens to the rest of the nano machines? They just gonna be just in the world kicking it, huh?
I guess, yeah.
They also seem to be standing around in a disused railway station. Is there any particular reason for that?
Yeah, well, you know, cutbacks. Listen, you're probably going to find that they're cured. Just tell them what a great doctor you are. Don't make a big thing of it. Okay.
Okay, well, that's that for that.
When I come to the hospital, I had one leg.
Well, there is a war on. Is it possible you miscounted?
Oh.
Don't forget the welfare state. Setting this to self-destruct soon as everybody's clear.
This is possible you miscounted.
You beaming away like your Father Christmas.
Who says I'm not? Red bicycle when you were 12.
What?
Oh.
And everybody lives, Rose. Everybody lives.
I know he's happy because normally he leaves a path of destruction.
What about Jack?
Uh-oh. Are you over here messing up our good time talking about Jack?
There is no escape pod on board.
Okay, see the flaw in that. I'll get in the escape pod.
There is no escape pod on board.
Out of 100. Exactly how dead am I?
Termination of Captain Jack Harkness in under 2 minutes.
Dang.
100% probability.
Wow.
I think we better initiate emergency protocol 417.
Affirmative.
Go out in style.
Martini. Shaken, not stirred.
I ordered 4 hyper vodkas for my breakfast. All a bit of a blur after that. Woke up in bed with both my executioners.
Well, hurry up then. Okay.
Tardis is clutch.
10,
Tardis came through.
It's like, yo, close the door.
No extra points for a half Nelson.
I mean, he is a time agent, so they got time.
Close the door, will you?
See? It's not just me.
Tardis.
Much bigger on the inside.
You better be.
I think what the doctor's trying to say is, you may cut in. Actually, Doctor, I thought Jack might like this dance.
I'm sure he would, Rose. I'm absolutely certain. But who would?
Gave us a full-on dance number. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Okay. All right, no spoilers. All right, so we just watched the second part of a 2-part series. Yo, how did it conclude? I feel like this was one of those, it felt like a special almost. Like this is like the second one of those that we've had so far. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. Like this is, so now that we've had two-parters in this season, I don't know. I feel like, the stakes, while they were high, it didn't feel the same as the previous one with the Slovene. Like that one, you know, seemed like it was leading to World War III, and like it was all bad. It seemed like the stakes were higher, and even though it was, it had a kind of that whimsical aspect. You got these, you know, aliens that look like E10 who've been working out on steroids, you know what I'm saying? Then they farting all the time. Like it just seems silly, but it seemed like the stakes were higher. This one, I can say it was a little bit creepier. Just the whole thing with the little kid.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
But we did add, and I don't know, like I said, my previous knowledge of him, but I don't know what he will add to this season or any other seasons, but I know that it merited, he got his entire spinoff. We got a new character in Captain Jack Harkness, who is charismatic and dashing and all about that Captain Kirk life. Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
He's a wild boy. He's a wild boy. So.
I guess he's kind of like what I would interpret as like an intergalactic Indiana Jones, maybe. I don't know. Swashbuckling, you know, just always always on the brink of destruction, but somehow finds his way out of it. Captain Kirk is a more better explanation for him, but he's definitely good. If it wasn't for hearing about the spinoff, I'd probably have a little bit of hesitancy regarding like, is he going to be like a permanent member based off of who I thought was going to be a permanent member before was the young man with the door in his brain. I forgot his name. You never know, right? Yeah, you never know what the characters are. The only things you know for certain is the Doctor and Rose. Everything else is, you know, maybe not. You know, it's one of those kind of things. But he seems a little bit more stable for their world. I think there's a lot more to him regarding like his past, right? You know, we found out that he was a time person as well. There's more to him than he even realizes. I like the idea that he could be a pending bad guy. You wouldn't even know. He doesn't even know. And that adds a cool little layer of danger. And I'd like the idea that the Doctor can kind of sense something is a little off. You know, he's cool for now, but there's something that we shouldn't be all the way trusting in.
You know, and again, that is the curse sometimes of having advanced knowledge that, you know, Captain Jack he's pretty much on the level, but him coming across in this episode as a con man, that is, if anything, Captain Jack gets the title to me as anti-hero.
Okay.
Like, he does a lot of heroic stuff, but sometimes he's kind of selfish. He's about himself. You know, he'll be about the team. You know, but sometimes he'd be like, you know, how can this better serve me? And also something I picked up on. Captain Jack is a former time agent.
Right.
That is nothing like the Doctor, who is a Time Lord, the last of his people. That's two things altogether. You know, because Captain Jack is very much human. He's a human with the dirty, stinking apes. You know, and my guess is that there are probably all types of different races and different types of creatures across the universe that are time agents doing you know, whatever it is they do to protect, you know, now that we have been fully indoctrinated in like Marvel, you know, the multiverse. So whatever you doing to protect the sacred timeline or whatever. But the Doctor is something else altogether.
Yeah, there's a difference between a Time Lord and Time Agent, just in the wording. You know, Time Lord sounds like somebody that has power over and dominion over that. Time Agent sounds like somebody that you'd go to when you're booking a vacation in a different spot in time. You know, it just doesn't carry like the same gravity with it. You know what I did?
I don't think the Doctor can be. I don't think the Doctor can be fired. You know,
yeah,
I mean, you know,
exactly.
Captain Jack was fired. No, I quit. You know, okay.
One thing I did like was the way they explained what was going on with the kids and everybody else that had been infected by the nano agents. Because at first it just seemed a little off.
Wonky.
Yeah, it seemed a little off. You know, you got these people with a gas mask face, and that's a part of who they are. And I, for the life of me, wouldn't have been able to put two and two together to explain that in a way that makes sense, right? But, you know, but they did. And it does make sense. You know, it's like, okay, so we've got these nanomachines whose sole purpose is to repair things. It didn't know what the species was that it was repairing, so it used what was given and was like, this is what is something that is fixed, right? And it was like, took that information and spread it to everybody else as like a type of virus. In hindsight, that sounds awesome. You know, I was like, dang, that's dope, right? But in the middle of them telling us of the story unfolding, it did not seem awesome. It just seemed like just weird, right? So, but I think that goes, you know, to tell that, you know, we're still in that weird space of that wonky science, wonky pseudoscience kind of thing. And if you give it enough time, then maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. I think that's just like the nature of just the Doctor himself. You know, even Jack, you know, he seems a little weird and off. But if you give the people time in the story to explain itself, it'll connect the dots and it'll make a lot more sense. There was a cool little throwback that I saw that I picked up on, and it may not be this, but it felt like when he was riding the bomb. For Dr. Strangelove, right? You know, how I grew to love the bomb. I don't know if there's a connection to that, but to me, I picked up on that. And there's a wonkiness about that movie as well, you know, that's based in social satire. I couldn't tell you what the social satire for this particular episode is regarding a mother's love being rejected or a mother rejecting her responsibility of being a mother in order to save the child. I don't know. Maybe you all in the chat can maybe explain to me what are the deeper elements of that and why that moment is so poignant. I think it might have just gone over my head. Maybe you can help me out with that, Rekkai. Like that moment when his mom is like, okay, I'm going to claim you. Like, why wouldn't she have done that before? It's just something that I'm missing during like the nature of the times. Maybe it's war, maybe being a single mom. You know, I feel like I'm missing something.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just because, you know, and which is why this was a period piece. And that could be speaking to, so this episode came out 2006, right?
Right.
That could be speaking to how much times have changed and the number of young or teenage pregnancy has probably gone up in the UK just as the same as it went up in America. You know, I mean, the shame that came with that. I mean, you're talking about 60 years prior in the 1940s, for whatever reason, like they didn't go into how she became pregnant.
Okay.
It could have been a sexual assault. It could have been, just a one night stand, a bad boyfriend or whatever. You have no idea how she became pregnant. They didn't have the type of means then to whether you're pro-life or pro-choice for her to decide if she wanted it or not.
Okay.
But she was forced to keep it. So you got to think about too, 1940s, she's a young teenager, she becomes pregnant. Can she even go to a hospital or have the baby? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was she already homeless then? I mean, and plus you're talking about a country that's in the midst of war, and a lot of these homeless children who are hiding out because for whatever reason, their house was blown up, their parents are dead, parents went to war, what have you. All these homeless children running around London. But the stigma of her caring for a baby that's actually hers, and that's why the shame of it, she lied and told the little boy that he was her little brother and not her son. I think the other part too is, you're talking about, okay, now 2006, the nanogenes. It's something, nanobots are very much a real part of our world at this time. And everyone may not be aware, but nanobots are very real. So having microscopic nanobots, little computers that can get in your blood and fix your body from the inside, which sounds like a wonderful, great thing. But who's controlling them little robots? Are they doing exactly what you told them to do? And once they get finished, are they still in my bloodstream? Can someone else hack in and tell them to do something different? Or are they expelled from your body like the rest of the waste? Like, it's very cool and absolutely terrifying at the same time. And so that could be a commentary on that. Maybe not. I did like what you were saying about the commentary about that in the end, regardless of what we think, that love conquered this situation, that the nanobots realized that, hey, this is not how how we fix the humans. And I think it was as scary as they was, and as scary and as creepy as this whole situation was, that the little nanogenes inside the battlefield hospital, all they wanted to do was fix that little boy. And they went around to fixing everyone based on the information that they had, which was wrong information. So I thought that was quite interesting. It's kind of like you said, though, I'd have never figured that out until we got to right there to the end, and they kind of said it like, and even the fact that how he kind of put it together when Captain Jack had fixed Rose's hands with the same things from his ship, but his ship had the proper information to heal her hands. And that's really the thing as we delve more into AI and all this stuff with technology, is the technology that we're employing to help us, does it have the correct information to help us, or is it more dangerous than we even know?
That's a brilliant segue, man. And that's a whole other conversation. Yes, when it comes to, so this show has done a pretty good job of taking things that are science fiction, but now that we're looking at these things, 19 years later after the fact, they're science fact, right? And what you said is very poignant in today's terms. It's like, what do you do when you don't have all of the information, right? And the thing that you're going to get out, was the garbage in, garbage out, is that whole saying when you're dealing with computing. And if you don't have all of the information, then the thing that you're getting out is incomplete and may not help you. And we're seeing a lot of that when it comes to like AI, it's very intelligent, but it's still not where we think it's going to be. So what it's giving us is still look a little wonky. Like a perfect example is like Midjourney. Perfect example. Midjourney is a program that uses AI text in order to create images. And just like a couple years ago, just like when it first came out, just a year ago, if you were to put somebody's name or say like a nurse helping a patient, what it would give you was a nurse with 4 arms, 7 fingers on each hand, this weird like Joker kind of smile, whatever it is. It's because it didn't have all of the information, right? Kind of like this twisted kid with the gas mask on his face. But as it's improving and it gets more information and steals more credit from artists, that makes the images look a lot more realistic. You know, so I think a lot of technology is that, you know, you just have to wait, or at least make sure it's got everything it needs in order for it to make its purpose complete. And the poor AI just couldn't do that. It needed the other piece. It needed more humanity. It needed more love, you know, in order to get it right.
And that's why they pay people to constantly input into AI so that it learns from us, you know, and then you got the developers who put the new and updated version with all that new and correct information behind a paywall. So there's like, you know, once you get used to using Chat GPT, but the old version 3.5 is like, oh, this is great, I'll use this. It's like, well, if you want to use the real that anticipates what you was going to ask it, then, you know, you pay this extra money and we'll give you that new. But, you know, right now people get frustrated. They use Chat GPT and be like, oh, this is great, you know, but if you're not specific about what you ask for, it will give you, you know, something. It will churn out something like, yeah, this is not it. On top of the fact that there have been several people, there are court cases now against ChatGPT and against AI, where people have used these doctors' offices, lawyers' offices, have used what comes out of ChatGPT as fact and found out that it's all made up. You know what I'm saying? Because it gave you what it thought you wanted, but no one even bothered to check, is this real anymore? It's like,
is it right?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, that's great. You know, also, I guess my little cherry on top on this is that, you know, at the end of the day, when everything and bombs dropping on your head and you're trying to save the world, don't forget to dance, you know?
Listen.
It's the little things. It's all about the little things. Yo, do you have any closing thoughts before we, you know, head on out to the next episode?
Because I just thought what you just said was so funny. Don't forget to dance. Good thing it was 1940 something, because, you know what I'm saying, if that happened today, don't forget to dance, I would hate to see like everybody in there twerking. Like, ain't the world ending? Why are y'all twerking? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what dance they be doing.
From the window
quick,
to the wall.
Yeah,
to the Tardis
quick, someone turn
fall.
on TikTok so we know what to do. We have no idea what to do. TikTok will teach us. Like, what?
Oh, that part. Hey, listen. If you've been enjoying the conversation that me and Rekkai are having, yo, be a friend of the channel and hit that subscription button. And of course, give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. And if you want to get to know Rekkai a little bit better, Rekkai, tell the people how they can get in contact with you.
On all social media at DiamondMynd, DiamondMynd, because it's all about this right here.
Hey, and you can use this right here and hit that bell icon if you want to know when that next episode is coming. Look at the split, I'm telling you. Hey, listen, thank you all so much for the comments. We do read them. We may not be able to respond to all of them, but we do read them. And of course, let us know what we got right, what we got wrong. And the phone is always what do we miss, but keep it in the context of the episodes that we've seen. We have some people that are watching this for the first time, like us. So please be cool with the spoilers. We love y'all to death, and we'll catch y'all next episode. All right, y'all. Peace.